rich dad, poor dad, good dad, and bad dad. Leverage. That's why I've learned about the things because I read about the books many years ago, and um, and I recently come across the same thing again. People talk about it, so I kind of dig out the summaries and see what they say. So talk about the cash flow conundrum, and eventually the whole idea is about leverage on other people's time and other people's money. When it comes to leveraging on people's time, it's not so hard to understand. Okay, for example, I would like certain things to be done, and if I don't want to do it myself, I ask my children to do it, ask my friends to do it. I pay some people some monies to have the service being done. For example, I don't like to be administratively doing certain works with the customs or the immigrations or whatever, the banks. You don't like the queue to buy the latest new iPhone, then you pay somebody to do it. Yeah, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. So it's not too hard to understand leveraging on the time, but it is actually a very difficult to understand concept about leveraging on other people's money. If you want to buy a house, you will automatically be thinking about leveraging on the bank's money. So you borrow the money. If they think that you qualify, they are borrowing you the money, and you buy the house without having your own money first. Easy to understand. But if you're running a business, or if you're having some kind of a situation where you have to use the money first, that's when you will have a problem understanding. Buying a property is a norm that buying a property is a guarantee that the values will go up. Even during depressions or hyperinflations, you will have situations where the price of the house dropping, but eventually it will come back up. So people do that, especially for a place where they're going to be staying. But doing that for the business, you really have to. That's the reason why. Because if you hear some people saying that. But there's no stability, there's too much risk, and no securities, no guarantee that you will make some money back. If you hear people talking about that, they are not the entrepreneur types. The entrepreneur take risk, and sometimes taking too much risk would also tarnish your business reputation and your financial stability. So it is about balancing, and where is the focal point of balancing? That is the hardest place to judge. For example, if you know that certain stocks is going up, I don't know how you know it, you can never know it, but you think you know it because you read some great news, you hear some great commentary, and you think you understand it. So you get on a margin, you borrow some money, and you start to invest into the stocks, thinking that this time is going to be great. If you're a short-term investor, this is going to be a very risky things. But then, if you keep saying that this is very risky, it's not stable, it's not secure, then you are not part of an entrepreneurs or investors that knows how to plan ahead. If you want to do short-term, is more for active income. You must understand that. So long-term is really for investing. It's going to be really slow, provided that you pick the right stocks. Or it can be really slow and forever not growing or declining. That's the end of it. So so how do you really know that when to use leverage, where to get the money? Is it's a question of how you were being brought up. If you're being brought up in a family where they've been taking risks and doing a lot of business, or they dare to spend the money. So there are some people who spend money on luxurious things, those are the people that are very, very, very daring in borrowing monies, because they're not so worried about the debt that is piling up, because eventually people die. I don't know what they're thinking about, but they are not worried about piling up the debts. They are more interested in having it right now. Yeah. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this this video, this is more unscripted and very random things. I'm just talking, talking nonsense. So if you're still interested, you can hear me out. But if you're not, you can just go away, because really, I don't really know how people come up with the ideas of having debts. My upbringing is very different. Do not believe that debt is a good thing. It's something that I have to overcome, because sometimes you might see opportunities that debts can be very helpful in the accelerations or the growth, but provided that you're structurally not being trapped in certain ways, or you don't have a bad partners, then this is something that maybe you can try. I don't know, but yeah, that's it.